Hey everybody, it's Vakoza. Finally, I'm here and I'm gonna play some D&D with some old friends of mine. Let's go down.
Friend.
You. Um, so going down the list, first we have Ari. If you want to, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. I am Ari. I am playing a elf dragonborn hybrid warlock, and yeah, I'm the group asshole. Let's have fun.
Okay. Hey Samwolf, and we also have Gills.
Hi, I am a ranger tabaxi, and I'm gonna flirt with everything.
You is Kitty.
Next we have Naxi. She's also going to be playing with us today. After that is Saris, otherwise known as Alice. She will be our DM, if you want to introduce yourself.
Sure. My name is Alice. I am the group's DM. I have been playing D&D for a better part of over a decade. This is the first time I'm DMing in the past 5 years, so bear with me. But yeah, no, these are all my bitches. Come at me, bruh.
Okay.
Not your bitch.
Hey, Blue Orchard. We also have Soul.
Hashtag single dog mom.
God damn it.
Literally my life.
We have a pretty well-balanced team, I think. Everybody is... Let me also turn them up. We have a pretty well-balanced team, I'd say. And last but not least is my character, Vakoza, which you will actually finally see in how he is in D&D. But without further ado, let's... Alice, could you explain the world a bit to anybody viewing?
Sure, I would love to do so. Okay, so this world that I've masterfully created over the past year and a half is a world that I have been... that has been my brainchild and my god-awful insanity. But this world is called Azareth. It is known as a it is known as the world of the gods, although they hold very little meaning. This world is very, very post-war, a lot of strife. There is a lot of tension between those who support the good pantheon gods and those who support the, let's say, evil gods. And this place is awesome. I hope that y'all love seeing it, and let's get this campaign rolling whenever y'all are ready.
I think we are already, I assume.
Starting. Yes. Y'all are fucked.
Okay.
No, okay, so give me one moment, please.
Oh, by the way, Ari again, I forgot to say my character's name is Feyra.
I was wondering how you pronounce that actually, because my brain can't English.
I just now decided on the spot how it's pronounced, so don't feel bad.
Good job, Ari.
Hey, I'm not afraid to admit it. This is only my second campaign ever. The first one I didn't get past because we didn't pass level 8.
No, we didn't. I think in Emily's we got to level 11, but that was we leveled up 4 times in the matter of a session, and then they dropped off the edge of the earth. So
yeah, so I had a rocky start to D&D, so this is my first actual start. So I'm learning as we go as well.
This is my first game ever, so yay.
Yeah. Gills, first game, and then Soul has, from what I understand, played a couple one-shots that didn't do much, so she is still fairly new. Yeah, everyone else has been playing for a while, so.
Yep.
awesome.
Alright, so let's get started, motherfuckers. So you arrive in a town called Lunas. It's a small little elven village. It's not really very big. It's on where the Dragonborn and the elves consider the border. It's peaceful. There is no war right now. There is no clash between nations, and it's quite calming. You all have your reasons for coming there, and you all end up at a bar called the Drunken Sage. As you sit there, you are all
Because
just
of course we do.
relaxing, drinking, having a good time, and enjoying yourselves.
So are we all like we know each other or we don't know each other yet?
You wouldn't say you would know each other. You're more just patrons. You're all there for other reasons. You know, you're drinking, eating. So you're actually at work. Deal with it. But as the night grows on, a shifty group of characters sitting in the corner kind of just just keeps beating eyes on all of you. As this goes on, more city guard members start to show up, and one slips a note to each of you. On this note, you say, "Watch out! There are people looking to come after you. You don't know why. You will never know. But enjoy the brawl to ensue." Anything you'd like to do?
So it says that a brawl might be coming, and some people are after us, and we don't know who it is or why.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
If
since I'm
anything, I'm gonna move over to the bar over here.
wait, can we move ourselves?
You can move yourselves.
We can't select our own tokens.
You should be able to.
No, that's why I keep dragging my character onto the screen. That's why you can
Okay.
see this move, but not the other one.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Yeah. Just move your characters onto there to wherever you're gonna move.
So I'll move over to here and ready in action to dodge.
All right.
I didn't sleep well last night, so not wanting to be in the middle of everything, I am actually going to walk outside the front door.
All right.
Just that way I can avoid the initial spray. I can't find my token, however.
Yours is at the bottom towards where the benches are.
Go to your newspaper and then drag it to the character screen.
Yes.
Just drag it to the map, and then it'll spawn, and then you can control it with your arrow keys.
Yeah, you're at the bar.
Why can't I move? This is crazy.
Drag this here.
Okay, oh, there we go. I zoomed out a little bit. Now I can see things better.
So yeah, I have zero control over my character.
Yeah, I can't move mine either.
Here, just drag your characters on. It should work.
And arrows.
Yep, I hate Roll20.
Sorry, what?
Sorry about this, everyone watching.
Sorry, I have no idea what
everyone
happened.
here is familiar with the site Roll20. We are still trying to figure things out. This is our DM's first time using it, so please bear with us while we figure out technical difficulties.
Yeah. Like, seriously, Roll20, what the fuck?
Oh, what's happening? I was helping Gills with moving her character onto the screen.
Okay, I still haven't figured out how to move, so... my character might be dead before this is over.
Here, I'll drag.
You know what, Alice, you just drag me around. I am behind the bar working, and I'm not...
Yeah, I'll just drag certain characters around. We'll figure this out in the break. So...
I'm like behind the bar working, and I don't react to a note because I am working and I think that it was a mistake.
Yeah. So,
and for the record, when I say I'm outside, I mean like I am like 5 or 10 feet outside to the side of the door, leaning against the building.
okay. So you're like outside out of view.
Just a cost to buy
Yeah, just so I can see everything that rushes in, so I can keep an eye out, pay attention, see what's going on, and potentially just avoid the entire fiasco because I still have a headache from less than ideal rest last night.
Is that me scooching along the floor?
No, that's Naxi.
No. Where the fuck is you?
You are currently not on there. I will add you on because, god damn it, roll 20.
Okay.
How much does it cost to buy an alcohol drink?
An alcohol drink.
Wait, there's
Do you ask that to the bartender?
I am asking the bartender for the cost of his wares.
The bartender moves over towards you and looks at you grumpily and is just like, 1 for a mead, 2 for a beer, 3 for wine, and I'm fuck whatever for food. You
Gold
can
or silver?
clearly tell by his demeanor he doesn't want to be here and that he's drunk.
Again, I see.
Dude, that slip him 3 copper pieces. He might just think it's gold. He's drunk. Disadvantage.
I took the one spell. Someone needs the spell where they turn pebbles into gold pieces.
Someone needs that spell later on. Anyway, so is that all you guys are doing?
I'm gonna move over to the bar with my back against the bar to keep my eyes on everyone who's currently in this place.
Alright.
Move your character. Okay.
Yeah. So you're all just sitting there. Some of you more defensive than others, and when suddenly you see a knife fly across the room, coming from the table of 5. As this happens, they miss and stick into the wood of the bar, and everyone roll initiative.
Okay. Sweet.
What a
Do you know how to do music on here, Alice?
I don't.
So if you go and you click on that like jukebox, if you hover over like the note, like it's like a band note, music note, you can actually search up like different types of songs to play, create your own playlists and stuff. But you can actually play from what they have.
Cool. I will find something at some point.
Oh, and for the new people, if you need to know where your initiative is, your character sheet on the top in the middle, just click the word initiative and it automatically will roll it for you.
Yeah, I'm also just trying to find the turn tracker. There we go.
Initiative.
And turn off that tiebreaker.
The what?
The tiebreaker where it gives like the decimal.
Yeah, I have to do that after, like, I have to, like, leave the session to do that. I've just been lazy.
Oh, no. Everybody can do that themselves by clicking on their gear icon and then click, uncheck the tiebreaker.
Oh, yeah.
What does it say? It says you want to send the results of this roll to the turn tracker, but no valid token was selected.
Just that you have to click on your
For
token.
now, yeah, you either have to click your token or wait for the DM to have it properly assigned. Sometimes it's just the website tweaking out.
No, you're fine. But you rolled initiative. It said 11. Exactly. But
It's saying 11 for you.
it says 11 for me. It says Gil's 11 as well, but she has the higher deck, so she goes before me.
Okay.
Why is mine so low?
Make sure you click on your token when you roll it. You have to have like those 3 bubbles over your character.
Yep. Suck.
No, it's not your fault.
Let's see. Dodge roll damage, never whisper rolls.
Screw it, I'm entering it in manually.
Okay.
Yeah, it says in the when you click on the gear, it's the top middle box. One of the only check mark in there is add Dex tiebreaker to initiative. I just always uncheck that because you can always tiebreak initiative easily.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. I usually use Dex.
It's always Dex. I mean, and some monsters even have, I mean, layer actions. It's on 20 tiebreaker. They lose ties. So I mean, it would just fuck with the system.
Yeah.
Also, if you want, Alice, you can make me GM for a bit, and I can start adding songs to your playlist.
Yeah, how do I do that?
I think you can just click on me, say make a GM, either on the main menu or on this menu.
No,
So like on the game menu before you join the game.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll have to do that later then.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'll play some music so that people watching won't get bored.
Yeah, I'm just missing Ari, which I'll add him back in.
Yes, and you already have my initiative, so. And then, Alice. Did you read
Yes.
my question?
Yeah, no, your rolls are good.
Okay.
Alright, that should be everyone, I think.
There we go.
Watchdog, why are you so freaking space iteration fun?
Hold up, I'm missing someone. Who am I missing?
There's 5 of them.
Oh, yeah, mixing Naxi. I'm done.
So low.
Alright, so first up is Gills. What would you like to do?
I would like to use my longbow and fire at the closest enemy.
Do you see where they are on the bottom left of the map?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm asking her. Gills.
Should be pretty
see
easy
them?
to find.
Yeah. Cool. You attack. You roll your longbow. Just click your long. No, you just click longbow. You said you'll fire at the nearest enemy. So does that hit the nearest enemy?
It does not. Your arrow flies true, but it just barely misses.
You can still take your move. You can still move your 6 spaces if you wish.
Yep, movement is still on the table.
And don't forget your tabaxi, so you can take your double movement if you want. If you're comfortable where you are, just say you end your turn.
No, if I see that my arrow doesn't hit, I'm gonna move closer.
Alright, just ping where you would like to move.
Yeah, you can move 6 spaces. Yes. There you go.
Alright, cool. Alright, next up, Vakoza.
Alright, I'm gonna, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And those three to 4 people in the middle, I see one of them's a server, right?
Yeah, the one to the top left and the one to the bottom right within that group of 4 are both servers. It looks like these guys were just getting their meal.
Okay, they're not attacking us at all.
No, they're just patrons.
Okay, then 1, 2,
who are looking quite fearful now.
4, 5, 6. With a dash action, I'll move 120 feet to right here. And I think that was right here. Yeah.
Wait, 120 or...
Oh, sorry, I moved 60 feet. Yeah, no. 1, 2, 3. No, sorry, I was right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then dash. I move double, and I'm just kind of trying to step over them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, you just push
6.
past them easily.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get as close as I can. I know I can't do anything this round.
Oh, so
Okay.
they're at the table in that bottom left corner?
Yeah. So next up are the rogues. This one is going to just dash at you and swing at you with 2 attacks. He's going to do multi-attacks and 2 rituals. Yeah, 1 moment. Does a 19 hit?
A 19 does hit, yes. Thanks, Lurker. Yes, my facial hair is nice.
And how about an 8?
8 does not hit.
Alright, you take 4 damage.
Okay, 4 damage.
Alright, the next one is going to run towards the bar. This same with another one who tries to climb over the table but just lands flat on his face, so he's considered prone right now. One is going to draw his crossbow and fire at you, Vakoza.
Mm-hmm. You know you could do GM rolls where...
I don't care.
Okay.
So 12?
12 does not hit.
Alright, the bolt flies through flies true, but just pings off your armor. And the last one is just going to run up and try and attack something. Or try to run up. Actually, it's going to use a dash and make it to here. I'm not playing with this axe right now. Deal with it. Alright, and next up is Naxi. What would you like to do? Or no, sorry, Soul Action. No, it should be Naxi. Why is this out of order? Yeah, Naxi, you're up.
Toll of the Dead.
On who?
From
The one prone on the table?
Give me 1 second.
Alright.
We gotta pass a wisdom save.
What's your DC?
Not that good.
Yeah, but what is it?
He is 13, so they gotta make a wisdom save. The enemy, not myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they had to know what they were beating first.
Yeah, what's your spell DC?
It's 13, yeah.
Oh, it's a 13, so... He fails.
Okay. Take 1d8 necrotic damage. Spell attack modifier.
No, you don't have to roll a d20. You just have to, yeah.
For the, and do I add my, I don't add my spell attack.
Right, but is it in your attack? Is it in your
Did you fill it in your character sheet? Noxie, did you fill out your character sheet and put that attack in there?
In my attack. A list. Jesus Christ.
Click on it. Okay, that.
hang on,
Okay,
let me,
just slash, or just do the roll. Slash R, 1d8. Yeah.
Here we go. I
Like
figured out
that.
how to do-
it'll show up like that. You don't have to use that roll.
Slash R space 1d8. Enter.
Six points of damage.
That's good.
Alright, 6 damage. Cool. Up next would be you, Ari.
What does he look like? Does he look hurt at all?
I am going to take. I'm gonna walk forward 3 squares,
Alright.
and I can't ping or anything. So the guy on the table.
The one that Naxi just attacked.
I believe so. Yeah.
Alright.
The one that's actually on top of the table.
Yeah.
I am going to attack him with Chill Touch.
Alright.
There you go.
19 definitely hits. Minus 8. Okay. Is that all for your turn?
As a bonus action, I am going to hex him because I forgot to do that before I attack.
Good job. What's the DC?
There is none.
No, it's just,
Just
yeah,
dragons.
hexes.
There you go.
Alright, he is vexed. Alright, Soul, it's your turn.
So I'm still kind of in the corner away from everything in the middle here, right?
Yeah, you're kind of just up in the corner, like, I don't know what's going on right now.
I'm gonna move over, but it's 6 feet from now. I can't drag myself, so somebody's going to have to move me.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I'll move over closer and kind of get a feel for what's going on. I'm not going to attack or anything, so I'm, obviously at work I'm supposed to attack people.
Yeah. So you move closer, and due to not attacking, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I'm just gonna move closer to, like, see, like, I guess in the corner I can't really tell too much, like, who's target, so I'm gonna get closer and try to figure out what's going on.
Okay. So when that happens, you just move. At the end of your turn, all the patrons of the bar are all just gonna run as fast as they can out of here.
Bye, guys.
Alright, Gills, you're up.
Alright, I am gonna move backwards a few spaces and use my longbow again, so let me do that.
How many spaces would you like to move back?
Move back 4 spaces, and now I'm gonna roll with my longbow to attack that person who is right in front of me.
Alright. Uh, 22 definitely hits. What's the damage?
Just click on the longbow in the chat box. Like, in the chat box that's there, click on the word longbow.
Piercing damage.
10 piercing. Alright. Next up is you again, Vakosa.
Sweet, this guy is right in front of me.
Alright.
I want to slash him with my long sword.
Go ahead and roll attacks.
26.
Yeah, he most certainly gets butt raped. What's the damage?
7 slashing.
Alright, 7 slashing, so he takes the damage. He looks a little like, okay, ow, but continues to fight onward.
Okay.
Alright, the rogue's turns again, or these dickheads' turns again. The one next to you, Vakosa, is gonna slash out at you again, using his multi-attack.
Shit, these guys got multi-attack. These guys are dangerous.
Yeah, he just, like, swings over your head and misses horribly.
Oh, that's a nat 1.
The second blow kind of just hits you in the armor, but really doesn't do any damage. Kind of just, it's just more of a kind of a stinging annoyance.
Okay.
Okay, so the second guy is going to try and close the distance with, goddamn, roll 20. With sorry, Gills.
Right.
He table is going to spend half his action to get up, or half his movement to get up, and then move 3 spaces, trying to close in on someone.
Y'all, can I pause for 2 seconds? Sage needs to go upstairs and is not shutting up.
Alright, you have some time before your turn.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go put her outside for a minute.
Yeah, so the one in front of the table is going to move behind you because of gaining so it's
Advantage,
flanking
yeah.
you. He's going to do another multi-attack on you.
Damn, multi-attack with advantage. Shit.
Does a 19 and a nat 20 hit?
Well, the nat 20 hits. The 19, yes, it hits. Ugh. Fuck. I may go down.
How are you looking, Kosa?
I'm up 9 hit points.
Keep in mind, this guy has just 2 daggers. He's not really going to be able to do much.
Isn't that 20?
Watch, he has the +4 modifier.
Yeah.
So
You
just
take 3
automatically you're
damage.
taking 8 damage.
3 damage total out of the 2 daggers?
Yeah.
That means he rolled 2 ones. Thank God. Awesome. Minus 3. And add 3 to that.
And the one with the crossbow is now going to fire at... Sure, fuck it, why not? She's gonna shoot at, Gil. Yeah, he fires, but actually ends up striking one of the patrons, killing him instantly.
Change your armor class. Yeah, no, you're fine.
Alright, next up is you, Naxi.
I'll just Toll of the Dead. One of the ones in front of me, because I believe they were both hit. So.
Do you want to do the one closer or further?
One closer. Let's not get people close to us.
Alright. Roll for attack.
Make a wisdom save.
$18.
Yeah, it doesn't even, like if you pass, I don't even think you take half damage with this one.
Yeah, no, he doesn't take any damage.
I back myself up. I want to back up like
2
2 spaces.
spaces? Yeah, got you. Alright, Ari, your turn.
Alright, I am not going to move, actually. Seeing the people ganging up on the Dragonborn Paladin below me, the one in front of the Paladin, I'm going to just attack.
Alright, roll for attacks.
I'm so not used to this bonus action thing. I forgot to switch my hex over.
That's only if the creature falls, aka he dies.
Oh
Yeah.
Never mind. So I will leave my hex for this. I will attack the one in front of Vakosa. Here's my roll. Does an 18 hit?
18 definitely hits. He takes
And I deal 7 points
damage.
of necrotic damage. Dude, I love this. My first attack did full 8 damage. My second one dealt 7 damage.
Yeah, you notice him starting to look pretty beaten up and bloodied at this point. Alright, Soul, it's your turn.
Sage, lay down, please. Hello?
Hello.
Hey, I'm back. Okay.
Your turn. Your go. Go. Go.
Okay.
Fun.
What all happened?
Attack the one in front of me.
We're stabbing each other. Go.
Okay.
You should definitely fight.
I go stab the person that is bad, that is closest to me. With what do I have? Isn't that like a dagger or something? Or a small sword, short sword maybe?
You have a
It's on your
scimitar.
character sheet.
Hold on. I'm gonna go look. I forget.
Yeah, this is as close as you can get without making a dash.
Okay.
I just realized, Vakoza, are you in your kitchen?
Well, it's a studio apartment, so there's a kitchen, there's...
Oh, okay.
The bed.
Okay, never mind.
Okay. What was it I had again?
You have, I believe, just a scimitar right now.
Okay, so that's I clicked on that. I don't know what that does, but I clicked on it. Yeah, I have that, so that's what I use to attack with. I make a dash to get close enough to the person to try to stab them because you're all creating an effing ruckus in my bar.
Yeah, this is as close as you can get using your full movement and your entire turn.
Okay, that I guess I've just run it in guns a-blazing but not doing anything.
Yeah. The patrons kind of just run outside, some of them cowering just towards the bar. And Gills, it's your turn again.
Alright, I am going to turn my attention to the fellow in front of the dragon barn. Oh.
Alright, roll for attack. Yeah, that definitely hits. What's damage?
11 piercing.
Wow. Not bad.
Yeah, you see this guy starting to waver like he's about to pass out. And is that the rest of your turn?
I think I'm gonna move 6 spaces. This way. Yeah, in my turn.
Alright, because you're up.
Gotta try to hit this guy in front of me. Long
Alright,
sword.
roll for attack.
8. Oh, that's not one. It's red. Yeah.
That was a nat 1. Yeah, you see this guy like about to pass out, and as you strike downwards, something just for a moment you get distracted, and you kind of just whiff.
That's what happens, man. It's the roll of the die.
You were baffled by a random stranger helping you.
Blinded by science!
Yeah. Okay, so the guy in front of you, seeing how bloodied he is and actually values his life, is going to turn and run. You have an attack of opportunity.
Ah, sweet.
Ooh, no disengage.
Oh, hell no. Oh, now are you serious?
One, you strike at him, but it's still just that whiff for some reason.
Must be the guy behind me distracting me.
Well, we'll say that.
Told you. I roll really good on stats, really bad on dice.
Yeah, and he ends up being a complete and utter moron trying to jump through the window, except he kind of just runs at it head first and just goes through the glass, ending up on the ground dead.
Vakoza,
Alright,
you really rolled 2 nat 1s in a row?
My luck is shitty. I'm good on stats, bad on rolls. Everybody knows that.
Yep, and now for the one behind you, just whiffs, seeing his friend look like a complete and utter idiot as he kills himself.
Ha! Cower in fear.
The one to the left of you, Soul, is going to charge at you and going to attack you just with his little sword. Does a 17 hit? Wait, I can see your hair sheet. Yes, it does. Soul.
Soul?
Yes. Does he
So-
hit on a 17?
How do I find that out?
What is
Your
your
armor
armor?
class.
In the very top of your character sheet, it says armor class or AC.
Oh,
It
14.
says the armor class.
14.
All right, so that hits. What? Okay.
So I've just been stabbed.
Yep. You just get like fucking shit. You take 2 damage.
So I'm still alive.
Yes. What's your hit?
But I'm what?
What are your hit points?
Give me a second. I'm gonna learn, guys. I swear. That's empty.
It should be on your character sheet.
Yeah, I see it. Hit points, but
10
it's blank.
plus whatever her constitution modifier is.
So what's your constitution modifier, Soul?
Her constitution modifier is 3, so she's
has
at 11 hit
13.
points. Yeah, so she has
no.
10 hit points.
She would start with 1d8, so it would be 8 plus her constitution, not 10. I have the PHB in my hand.
So my hit point is 1.
No, you have 8 hit points. Okay. And this last one is going to continue to charge to... It's going to come up to right where you are, Ari, and it's going to attack you with its short sword.
Hopefully you don't get stabbed like me. Just got shanked.
Yeah.
Question, is that the one I hexed?
That is the one you hexed.
Okay.
Which doesn't really matter because he just whiffs. And
I'm
the
okay
one
with this.
And the one with the crossbow is going to fire... Yeah, it's going to fire at Gil. Yeah, it just misses again.
Hell yeah, too fast for you.
Alright. New, Ari, you're up.
Question. What kind of armor is he wearing?
Just regular plain leather armor.
Okay.
You get a sense that these guys weren't really well prepared for what they're about to do.
They kind of just were like, yeah, we're doing.
Well, it was relevant for something else. So does a 14 hit?
A 14 just hit.
Then I am going to reach out and grab him and electrocute his ass for 5 points of lightning damage.
Yep, plus
And
the
then,
one.
because I hit, I'm gonna roll a 1d6. I'm gonna
Alright.
electrocute his ass for 7 points of damage.
Alright, you're noticing that he's pretty bloodied at this point.
Alright.
Alright,
Alright,
next.
Yeah, nope, that'll end my turn.
Alright, Soul, you're up.
Well, this little bitch just fucking shanked me, so I guess I'm gonna try and fight back. So I'm gonna use my whatever you called that thingy. Sorry, there was a random kid screaming outside. I had to pause and like make sure it wasn't serious. And so I'm gonna use my short sword thingy, and I'm going to fight back and hopefully kill this mofo. So do I have to roll anything for that?
Roll your short sword.
Yeah, roll your scimitar.
Yeah, click scimitar on your character sheet.
Okay, character sheet. Where? Okay, character sheet, don't. Okay, I click it, but it just goes into like edit mode.
What?
Like when I click on it on the character sheet, it just like gives me an edit mode to like delete the word, not actually click on it.
Okay, no. Click like the actual like label where it says scimitar, because what you're doing is you're hitting gear that to go into the edit mode.
Yeah, click on the name itself, not on the gear next to it.
No, that's the thing. I'm not clicking on the gear.
Yeah, unclick the gear. Go back to normal, then click on scimitar. The entire thing should highlight red.
Oh,
As if
I
you're-
see now.
Yeah.
No, it's still not doing it.
Alright.
Alright, I just
There you
rolled
go.
it a 9-1 hit.
There we go.
Okay, yeah, we'll go with that. So did I hit him?
No, you
No.
whiffed just barely. Alright, because I fucked up. It's Naxi's turn.
No. Sweet, that doesn't count.
Nope,
Your
that-
turn still counts.
Yeah, your turn still counts.
Come on, Nancy.
I guess I'll hit the one that is attacking Ari with Toll of the Dead again. Because it's a cantrip!
Alright, you attack him. Roll for attack.
Make
Oh, right, I have to do the wisdom save every time. Yeah, no, he fails.
Hey! And because he's been hit, slash R, right?
Yep, slash R, not R slash.
Oh, and remember,
Two.
I
2 points of everything I could do.
I also chose wisdom as the ability score that he gets disadvantage on. For the
Yeah.
hex.
No, I rolled with disadvantage. He went from a nat 20 to a nat 1.
There you go.
Wait. Oh, never mind. The target has disadvantage on ability checks, not saving
Yeah,
throws.
Yeah, ability checks, not saving throws.
Still,
Or-
that saving throw is still a nat 20 then.
Oh. Then, yeah, he doesn't take damage. Alright, the two patrons at the top run outside yelling and screaming for the city guard. So they're all ineffectively fucked off.
Oh, how's the person behind me is dead now?
The person in front of you is dead now. The person behind you is still pretty much alive.
Okay. Sorry, my music stopped, so I thought combat ended.
I never had music on my end.
I have music on my end for people listening to the stream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna learn things I have to learn. Anyway, so you're up, Gills.
Okay, I am going to fire an arrow at the person behind the dragon bar who can't seem to hit anything.
Anything?
Anything with a dick. 11 misses. So your arrow flies just whiffing past onto the wall. Vikoza, you're up.
Oh, watch me not one again.
Also, Gil, did you want to move? I fucked up.
No, it's fine.
20.
And my turn there.
Vikoza, that hits. Roll for damage.
7 slashing.
Alright. Is that the end of your turn?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, it's the rogue's turn again. He's going to slash at you, Vikoza. Does a 14 hit?
No.
Alright, so the blades just whiff past. The guy next to you, Soul, is going to attack you for... Does a 10 hit?
No, I don't think so.
Alright, he whiffs. The guy next to you, Ari. Does a nat 20... Oh, wait, that does hit.
Wait, where is Ari?
Ari is up near the top left corner.
Can you mark it?
Nope.
No, like mark it by holding click. Could I potentially, as a reaction, throw my shield and just give him disadvantage in case the shield hits? I'll get a -2 AC for the rest of my turns until I pick up the shield. But I just wanna.
I know what you're trying to do as a reaction.
I'll roll something.
Yeah, just roll a improvised ranged attack.
Okay. Oops. I minimized my own character sheet. There we go. Range. So. Do you what? Dex.
Alice, would a pure strength roll?
Okay. So.
No, it would have to be Dex because he's throwing it, and
Okay.
he has to be accurate with it.
Okay. So I'm proficient with everything. So whatever this roll is, add +2.
It wouldn't be a proficiency roll because you don't get those on improvised attacks.
No. I'm improvised with. I'm proficient with all weapons.
Yes, but
So for attacking, but I don't get the I don't get any bonus to damage, essentially.
You were just outside. You need to go back inside.
you rolled a 7, so with that it'll still only be a 9.
Yeah, it doesn't hit.
Okay.
So,
So
as you were saying, how hard's he hitting me?
he rolls 6. You take 6 damage.
I am already looking pretty weak. Pretty bad.
Oh, how weak?
I have a total of 9 hit points, and I'm down to 3.
Oh no.
I have an AC of 12 and a maximum hit point total of 9. I am very squishy.
Yep.
Squishy means you're close to dying.
Squishy means I'm easy to hit and I don't have a lot of light.
Great.
Alright, and the last one to go is the one with the crossbow firing again at Gills. Does a 13 hit?
It's the same as my armor class, so yeah.
It hits if it's the same as my armor class, right? My armor
Yes.
class is a 13, so yes.
Alright, so you take... You take 5 damage.
Owie. Arts.
Alright, Naxi, you're up.
It's my turn. Since I can't apparently do anything good with a spell, I'm gonna try to hit them with a crossbow.
You're shooting who with a crossbow?
The person that is attacking Ari with the crossbow.
Alright. 24 hits. Roll for damage.
That's the wrong thing.
Yep.
Click on the word crossbow in the chat. There you go.
Oh,
5 points.
Your arrow flies true, striking him in the neck, causing him to fall over and die.
Yeah.
Alright, Ari, you're up.
Alright, bonus action. Hex on the guy attacking the random dragonborn in the back.
Alright.
And then I'm gonna chill touch. I don't hit shit.
Yeah, your chill touch just doesn't do anything.
The ghostly hand just has no effect.
Yeah. Soul, you're up.
I'm really debating my luck with a sword, if I should try using that charm person. Maybe I can make them like
All right.
You can try.
I guess it's worth a shot. What's the worst that can happen? I get stabbed again.
Well, I guess the worst that could happen is the DM drops a Tarrasque on you.
Oh, thanks.
At this point,
Basically,
we're all
what-
fucked. And cheers.
Okay. Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna use my sword thingy, and I'm gonna try to stab him again.
All right, roll for attack.
Okay, I clicked on it. I don't know if that worked. Oh, it did. Oh, maybe.
Nope,
Okay, so
you
yeah.
just rolled for damage.
Which is surprising. How'd you do that?
I don't know. I just clicked on the name of the thingy like it told me. Alright, I'll click on it again. Oh my god, it's not working.
So you get a +3 to your attack, so /R space 1d20 +3.
Ooh, nat 20.
This one.
Yeah, that's a nat 20.
Okay, so I hit him this time.
Yeah, roll for damage. By
Okay,
click,
so click on.
click on scimitar. Yeah, that's 13 damage.
So they dead. Or at least close to dead.
No,
Yeah,
it's
you see this guy starting to waver as he's just like beaten down. All right, Gills, it's your turn.
Alright, longbow to the person in front of that's Soul there, right?
Yeah, to the one that's like to the left, bottom left of you.
Yeah.
All right, roll for attack. Yeah, that definitely is. Roll for damage.
4 piercing damage.
Yeah, your arrow pierces his eye and he just falls over dead.
Yeah!
Right to the brain.
All right, Mikosa, you're up.
alright. Since I threw my shield, I'm gonna attack with my longsword. 11.
Is that it? Are
That's
you gonna try and disengage and run?
no. I just used my action to attack.
Okay. Or are you just gonna try and run, giving him an opportunity attack?
I used my action to attack. I cannot run.
All right. Well,
Well,
then
you
this
could
guy...
use your movement to run,
Well, yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm not...
but he would get an attack of opportunity.
Sage, enough.
No, I'm not gonna run.
Because then he would just run up and attack you again, and that's 2 attacks he would get on you.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. So is that the end of your turn?
That would be the end of my turn. Unfortunately, that does not hit.
Yep.
Yeah.
All
Leather
right,
armor is
so-
not 11.
Yep. All right. So the guy behind you is going to attack you.
He's in front of me now.
Yeah, in front of you. I mean, I'm pretty sure a 10 doesn't hit.
Yeah, no.
All right, and the guy with the crossbow is going to try and shoot you in the back.
He doesn't get advantage.
He does not get an advantage.
Exactly.
Yeah, he just misses and actually strikes his friend.
Nat 1. You know, sometimes you gotta love nat 1s.
All right. Nexie, it's your turn.
Are you again?
What?
I am in the top left corner. Sorry,
Yeah,
I am unable to currently click on my character or even ping my location.
Points.
So where she just pinged is me.
What is your hit points?
I am at 3.
Walk over to Ari.
Barring them completely whiffing their attack, I drop next turn. Or next attack.
Go over to you, and I'm gonna use Cure Wounds.
Like there?
Don't.
Alright, and also roll for cure.
No,
So
roll.
slash R
Roll.
1D.
Yeah. /R space 1d8.
Plus
I know,
whatever
she's
your
just
spell-
putting it on there.
Okay.
Stabilized, or else this would automatically heal for max.
So I heal by 3 points. Thank you.
No, she didn't add her spellcasting modifier.
What's your modifier for spells?
It's wisdom. What's your wisdom plus?
It should be 3.
Okay, so
Okay,
6.
so you gain back
if
some
you-
3.
Okay, so I'm back to full.
Jesus.
Alright.
So, is there any more bad guys left at this point?
There are 2.
Okay, so there's the one in the bottom, and then the one to my upper left.
No, there's the one to the bottom, and there's one next to Vicosa.
The one sitting on this chair.
The one sitting on the chair and the one next to Beck.
Okay.
Don't attack the one on the chair.
So I am going
Yeah.
to go help Vicosa.
Do you want to dash there?
Yeah, probably, because I can't move that far, so I'll dash over to Vicosa to assist him. Because I'm nice. And that probably uses up my whole turn, hey?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm just standing here.
Yep.
Plotting my revenge.
Yep, and Ari, did you take your turn?
I did not.
Or did it? Alright, Ari, go up, because I fucked up.
Okay,
I'm gonna
I'll be right
cast.
back again because Sage is crying, and I'm literally just gonna go let her sit outside for an hour and think about her life choices.
Okay. I am going to move just like a castle and chess, straight forward 6 paces, and stand up on the bench.
Alright.
And can I yell stop and ask the meaning of this and then try an intimidation to figure out what is going on?
Yeah, to whom?
More just to the 2 rogues. Just kind of like a general, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Sure, why not?
They laugh at me.
They most certainly do. Is that
Well,
all
there
you
goes
do?
my action. Yeah, there goes my turn.
Alright. Gills, you're up.
I tried. I tried something.
Okay, I am gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places here,
And use my longbow on the person way in.
use my longbow on the person way in the back.
Alright. Roll for attack.
No!
That's not good.
You managed to shoot yourself in the foot. It doesn't do any damage, it just looks humiliating.
Red is critical fail.
Yep. Alright, Vicosa, you're up.
I'll I'll try to use Ari's intimidation, was it?
Yes.
I'll try to use that as an advantage to my intimidation. I'll say, you're the only one left. Tell us who you're working for and why you're trying to kill us. And I won't breathe down your neck, infernal fire.
Alright, roll for intimidation.
Okay, 16.
He looks a little perturbed by what you say, still knowing that he has a job to do. He on his next turn he'll get disadvantage.
Okay.
But he doesn't say a response. Alright. Rogue's turn. The one next to you, Vikoza, is going to strike out at you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure a 10 doesn't hit.
No, it does not.
So that just whiffs.
Oh, that'll clink against my armor.
Yep. And now, and the guy with the crossbow, after just kind of jokingly laughs at the ranger, he turns his crossbow up and fires at her. Yeah, nat 20 hits. Gills, you take 3 damage.
I am in a lot of pain.
Alright, until Naxi gets back, we're just gonna skip her turn.
We're gonna hold her turn until she's back. So I'm up?
Yep.
Alright. I am going to take 1 step forward, standing up onto the table. That way I have a better line of sight of the guy attacking Vikoza.
Roll me an acrobatics check. I'm kidding.
I was like, for a step? I was gonna say, I can do that shit drunk all day. Anyway, so I am going to reach out with my spectral hand and try to chilling touch him. And I'm gonna roll on that 1.
Yep. It just.
I'll make that so that I defend this last survivor.
There are 2 left, right? One that's literally shooting Gills right now with a crossbow, and then the one next to you.
So which one is the one shooting Gills, though?
All the way at the bottom, still sitting down at the bottom left table.
Okay, I did not see that
He's
one.
not sitting there, he's more just like standing up next to
You're
it.
saying that one.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Alright, Sol, you're up.
Is Noxie back?
She is not back yet, as far as I know.
Naxi is not Maxie.
I am back, see?
Cannot believe you.
Okay, do we want... Let's just... Naxi.
Can't really do anything. I guess I'll move closer.
Do you want to dash or just move closer?
Actually walk.
Walk is, I believe for her race is 60 feet, or no, 30 feet?
Yeah, it still falls under this. Yeah, I'll say you get about here.
Okay.
Anything else you'd like to do?
One's dying, right?
There's one that's heavily damaged next to Vikoza, and the one
Tell
shooting
the
across.
party.
The range is 60 feet.
Oh, range is 60 feet?
I have 4 HP.
So that puts the one
No,
down
enemy.
below 5 feet out of range, unless I miscounted. I believe the only person she can hit is the one attacking Vakoza.
Yeah, that's the only one she's in range.
You're just asking how the party is.
So you're just casually walking like this is no big deal.
Yep, this is a day in the life of a one Datora.
Yep. Is that all? Anyone else here or no? And she muted herself, so I'm assuming turn over. It's going to be Soul's turn. Is she back or is she still gone? Alright, Soul, you're up.
Soul is going to attack the rogue attacking the Koza with her scary tiny sword thing.
Alright, you strike out with your scimitar.
Scimitar, yeah.
Alright, roll for attack.
Okay, let's see if I click it if it's gonna work this time. Did it? Fuck no.
Nope.
So yeah, just keep rolling /R 1d20 plus 3.
Yeah.
17, does that hit?
17 definitely hits. Roll for damage.
6 slashing.
Alright. Vakoza and Soul, you can clearly see that this guy is definitely not in a good place right now.
Good.
You want him to die.
Alright. That leads over to Gil's turn.
Alright. I'm gonna move back a little bit. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. And I am going to fire at this guy in the back again, since he keeps wanting to fire at me. Yeah.
Alright, that definitely hit.
11 piercing.
Oh, alright. Vakoza, you're up.
How's this guy looking?
Pretty beat up, like he's starting to fade pretty quickly.
Ready in action to attack.
Alright.
If he doesn't listen to me. And I'll say, all of your friends are dead. If you tell us who sent you, I will not strike you down. And intimidate.
Alright, roll. Yeah, roll for intimidation.
$13.
Does not work. He just sits there like, really, dude? You tried this already.
I don't think I did, but whatever. So if he attacks somebody, I attack.
Okay, so just as your response, you're gonna swipe at him.
Exactly.
Okay, so on to the rogue's turn. The one in front of you, because honestly, like, fearing for his life, seeing as how the party is pretty much kicking their asses, he's gonna turn and try and run. Doing the same thing as his friend did and try to jump through a window. You guys get opportunity attacks. You and Soul.
23.
Yeah, you definitely hit him. Roll for damage.
13.
As your blade carves into him, he just falls over dead, and the only one left is in the corner. Alright, and the rogue with the crossbow, seeing a more opportune target, is going to fire at Ari. Yeah, he just misses. And actually hits the table.
How is everyone
at
missing me? I have an AC of 12.
I don't know why I'm rolling
You're
so
magic.
terribly or so godly. It's ridiculous.
I'm just
Yeah, he
that
just strikes
fucking
the-
awesome.
Yeah, he just strikes the table in front of you. Naxi, it's your turn.
In the range of my crossbow, because it's 80 to 300 and something odd feet.
Everyone's
I
within
will-
range of you.
I will attempt to hit him with my crossbow.
Alright, roll for attack.
Oh, girl, get it.
That hits.
10.
10. Okay. This guy is looking real beat up right now. He's starting to bleed a little bit more heavily. Alright, you're up.
Fed up with the lack of responses, I'm just gonna keep attacking that guy. I'm gonna bonus action my Hex over
Yep. You hex him?
and Chill Touch. Oh shit, sorry, 11.
11 does not hit.
Wow, on both of those rolls I managed to roll bare minimum damage.
Yeah. Alright. Next up is the soul.
This is so. Okay, so where is the last guy? He's over there by like Max and Ari.
No, the last guy
No.
is at the bottom.
Okay. I'm going to see that the other people are attacking him and move away from the area. Back up towards the bar.
Are you going to dash or just like casually walk, run?
I'm going to walk calmly. So not to draw attention to myself, sort of thing.
Alright, you move back. Anything else you'd like to do?
No.
Alright. That makes it Gills' turn.
Okay. Let me see how many spaces I have first. If I dash during my turn, is that the only action that I can do during my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna move back for this turn. And just... No.
I'll move back and then try to fire.
Alright.
Move spaces back, and I'm gonna fire at this dude in the back.
Alright. 11 does not hit. The arrow flies and just barely misses. Alright, because you're up.
It's your turn.
Beck,
Yes.
you're up.
Alright. Let me see here. Is the only guy down here?
Yep.
One,
Yep, that's the last guy.
2, 3, 4. I'm gonna move down here. I'm gonna try to, wait, 5, 6. Okay. From behind, I'm gonna try to attack him with my long sword.
Alright, roll for attack. That hits, roll for damage.
12 slashing.
Holy shit.
How'd you like to do it?
Ooh! I just kind of want to, like, swing it and chop right off of his head.
Alright, you swing your sword in this, like, great mighty blow, and you cleave his head clean right off.
And he dies
And
too.
that is the last guy down. As soon as the battle ends, a sense of quiet comes over. The terrified bartender and one of the barmaids that Soul would know are just quivering there, not really knowing what to do, fearful, as you hear the armored clanking of the city guard walking into the bar.
Oh yeah,
I
she'll
would
back
like
the
to go get a
Could I use
fly away.
could I use my 5 points of lay on hands on myself and level myself back up to 11 hit points?
Yeah, you can. Alright, and with that, let's go cut to a break so people can go eat the noms. Because I know I'm particularly hungry. So we'll be back in, like, what, say a half an hour?
And that way you can fix my character so I can actually do something with him.
Yeah, just drag it onto, if you drag it onto the, onto Roll20, it should work.
Except it's not.
Weird, I will fix that.
Alright. When are we meeting back?
Say around 7 o'clock.
Alright.
So, half hour's time?
Okay, so 10 Eastern.
10
Right.
Eastern, yes.
Okay. Alright.
Alright, see you guys then. That was a fun first encounter.
It was. Are you gonna add our actual character, like, icons during this?
Yeah, I'm actually doing that right now as we speak.
Sweet.
Ow! How am I dropping everything? Good boy. They were hot messages.
What?
So, guys, I told Jordan I was playing D&D, and he's now obsessed.
Should
Alrighty
just
then.
send a link to watch you play.
I literally... No, because then he's listening to us. I'm like, I haven't told him I'm a furry, and I don't know if I want to right yet. Like, I'm pretty sure he'll be pretty chill with the idea, because he's pretty, like, he's just chill like that. And he's like, well, why can't I meet your friends? And I'm like, I don't know if I want you to meet them. We're really weird. And he's like, they can't be weirder than you. And I was like, oh boy. You don't even know.
Oh god. Now that's just a challenge. Fucking come at me, bro. Let's do this.
He'd probably like you guys, and he's like really open. Like, he doesn't care about gay people. He literally has a transgendered uncle that became an aunt.
That's
I
good.
think that's how that worked. I'm pretty sure he was a boy, and then he became she. I think that's how that one went. I've never met her, so I don't know. But I know the rest of his family hates her.
Let us know that if anybody finishes like with their prep early. Hun, you're echoing.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. I thought you were pushed to talk. But if anybody finishes early, let us know.
Yeah. I know I'm gonna go eat in just a minute.
Cool.
Yeah, right now, I'm just trying to get the character tokens to work, because Roll20 sucks.
I got the pro version. Do you have the
pro as well?
Sweet, awesome. Okay, I know how that works, so it's good.
Yeah.
You guys want to see how legitimately fat my horse has gotten? I'm really sad about this. Like, look at this chunk that I just sent you guys. He is fucking fat. That is my baby. Look at his little face.
Jesus Christ, he's fat.
Look at him, right? Like, oh my lord. He was like, he literally, when I left, was so skinny, I was giving him, like, supplemental feed because I felt bad that he looked so thin. And now he looks like a little beefcake.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Like, and he's only been out on pasture. They haven't even been giving him any grain, so he must just be, like, eating everything.
I want all the noms.
He's a little fat ass. I'll get him thinned down when he gets here. He's supposed to come tomorrow. I just messaged the girl and I'm like, are you still bringing him tomorrow? Because she said she's going to trailer him here, so.
Alright, we'll see.
I hope that she is, because I've been waiting over a month to see my horse.
Yeah, that'll be good. Alright, tokens should be updated.
What?
I can see my poorly drawn face.
What was it? Did we level up?
Oh yeah, I should give you guys XP for this. One moment, please.
Hello?
Huh.
So when next time I'm gonna watch Vines now, I guess. 30-minute Vine compilation.
Yeah, I'd say you get about 100 XP for that encounter.
Each?
No, divided by every one of them. Yes, each.
Okay. That means 2 more encounters like that, we level up to level 2.
Actually, you know what? Fuck it, I'm being nice. 150.
Awesome. 150 each.
Yep. Anyway, I'm gonna go have some noms. I'll be right back.
Sweet.
Myself. I have to sleep. I have to go to sleep to get
Also, Vakosa, how much of that would have sucked if you went into that counter and then just died? Because I know you probably were close.
I mean, it would have sucked, yeah. Exactly. I don't.
Dying, and I don't even have to touch you.
She has spared the dying. She doesn't. Bonus action. She doesn't even have to touch me. It wouldn't have sucked so bad, but it would have sucked. I mean, I roll really good on my stats, really bad on my dice. So I mean, that's a pattern with me. So I'm pretty epic with my dice, but I just can't roll.
Yeah.
It's just like real life.
Exactly.
Alright, I'll go eat. I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay, bye.
So it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice that I can live with our Grave Cleric. I actually believe the Grave Cleric is pretty. Not only it's pretty balanced in a sense because it's not just keeping the party like healed. It's keeping them from dying. And you can take, at later levels especially, you can take the health from enemies and use that to heal party members. And that will be critical in keeping us alive later on.
Oh wait, I can just mute you. Wow. So now when you talk, I won't hear echo. So I'm not hearing you through my computer. Wow. I figured that one. Everyone else was still really echoing us. We're sitting next to each other.
I should meet you as well.
Look, there's me though. That's me. That's me. I'm putting back where I was. I was like over here somewhere.
Yeah, no, we're actually pretty good in people watching right now. you know, we have a consistent 5 to 4 viewers right now. So right now we have 4. The max we've had was 5. So I'm actually really excited for people to experience D&D in the way that we have.
That viewer count, I would drop it 1 because I'm on there.
Okay. 3.
Oh, by the way, I'm back.
Oh, well, there you go.
Back.
So we have 4 people watching.
Yeah. Don't worry, if I keep... What?
I was gonna ask, are you still streaming?
Yeah. I'm gonna stream this whole entire, you know, session.
Oh, I figured you would pull off for breaks.
I mean, yes, if we do pull off for breaks, but, you know, us discussing, like, you know, future encounters or something, as long as I'm sitting here, I can pull, you know, I can pull off, but if we are sitting here and we're still talking, I'll keep it going later on. Okay.
If the viewer base raises, then you'll turn it off for breaks.
Yeah, if we get like a higher viewer count, I'll turn it off for breaks. You know, I'm not expecting this to blow up as much as Critical Role, but you know, if this does,
that'd be nice.
I mean, it would, yes. If it does blow up as much as that, like, yes, I will take it off for breaks.
Dude, if we get to the point of Critical Role, I'm pretty sure I will die. Mainly because stage fright is a real thing for me, and the fact that I've done as much as I have here without, like, just freaking out is amazing.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty proud of you then.
Well, you remember me last session, or last campaign, I typed most of my shit out. I didn't say anything.
I do normally ignore anything that's typed out because I don't see it. I normally look at there if there's a roll.
Yeah, no, I had all of my rolls set to whisper to DM to begin. Because what we had done is when I went outside, I actually like went 10-15 feet off to the side of the door and kind of like incognito stealth. I rolled a stealth check for the DM. Just that way I could kind of sit there and hide inconspicuously, like, and then when I came in, you know, no one really was, the idea was no one was suspecting me since I came in from outside. That's why I was whispering everything. And then switched it back over.
You know, the thing is, you don't have to whisper your rolls because we don't metagame, you know.
I know. That was just more for me, just to have fun and mess with y'all.
Okay. And you have this opportunity, by the way, to describe what your character actually looks like.
Of course, you say that when I'm trying to take a bite of food.
I mean, I don't know that.
Yeah. No, so like I said earlier, I'm an elf dragonborn hybrid. He's about 6'4", you know, weighing around 250 pounds. He's a little taller, a little skinnier. Mid-30s in age. What really sets him apart, though, is he has these thin bronze scales that are almost translucent from his dragonborn side. He actually has lime-colored eyes, and his hair is periwinkle in color.
Oof.
he is a visual anomaly.
Yep.
And actually, for that, I would like to thank Alice, or Saris and Noxie, our DM and our cleric. I couldn't figure out how I wanted my guy to look, and they helped me out on that. So.
By that you mean they literally pulled colors out of their ass and drew them
Yes. I pulled up. I can't think of what they're called. The hex code generators for colors. And I had them roll some dice to determine what color my eyes were, what color my hair was, my rough height, and several items of my background. So, I will be finding out about Feyroth with everyone else. Because of the nature of how I set him up, I really don't know anything about him either.
It's gonna be pretty cool.
And just in case people start asking questions later, warlocks get 2 cantrips. People will notice that I have 3. That is because since I'm a half Dragonborn, I do not get the Dragonborn breath weapon. Instead, I get a cantrip associated with the element of the Dragonborn parent.
Which cantrip did you pick, by the way?
I chose Shocking Grasp. Well, I didn't choose it. It is a homebrew race.
Oh, with the bronze.
Yeah, we found a homebrew race. We tweaked it a little bit. Originally, it had a +1 to charisma, strength, and dexterity. Our DM was not okay with that. She wanted a more traditional +2/+1. And once again, through a series of rolls, it was determined that I would have a +2 in strength and +1 in charisma. And we chose the rolls that way. It wasn't me or the DM deciding; it was fate determined how my character was set up. And that's why we went with that theme when I was choosing eye color, hair color, and the background and everything. Which is, I wanted to keep that theme.
Mm-hmm.
So I do have a 3rd cantrip. However, I do not have a breath weapon. So.
I gotcha.
In some ways a little stronger, in some ways a little weaker.
Yeah.
I'd say it's a lot stronger because when you use a breath weapon, you have to require a short rest in order to get it back. But a cantrip you can use at free will.
True. Breath weapon does more damage, and it's AoE. The cantrip is, or at least in my case, is a single target. There are trades. It ended up being better. It may end up being worse. We will find out as the game progresses.
It really depends on how you use the cantrip.
Yes, it does. As well as with Shocking Grass giving me advantage on enemies with metal armor. If we just keep encountering people with leather, with like wood, things like that, and there's not a lot of metal, the advantages that it gives me will be nullified. So.
Well, you know, we may encounter more difficult enemies, the ones with, as you say, metal armor. I mean, even chainmail, even half mail.
Give me 1 sec. My roommates just got home from a trip. I'll be right back.
Awesome.
And then it was just me and you. I've just literally been sitting in the background creeping.
Creeping around. I can see that Saris has been giving our characters the you know, the images that we need.
This is like Neko Girl and Lolly.
I can see your image. It's just your head.
It's just me.
There we go, Alice.
Everyone else still leaving now?
Ari just went to go do stuff.
Yeah, I know Ari went to go make food. I don't know about Maxie though.
Alright, sorry about that. I should be back now.
Putting us
Oh yeah, one of your guys' phone, one of your work. Sorry.
I guess I'll be right back again.
Annoyed with somebody? I'm gonna cut a bitch.
So how did everybody feel about their first encounter, by the way?
How do I feel about it?
Yeah, everyone.
Yeah.
I like it so far. Well, like I said, I don't really know anything about D&D, so it right now it's still all kind of confusing for me. Like, I'm sure, give me a couple of sessions and I will figure this shit out.
That's exactly how it goes. Do not worry.
Yeah, trust me, the first time I was playing, I fucked up royally on most of my rules.
Well, apparently Jordan knows a lot about it now, so he's texting me about it, and I'm like literally writing him back like, Jordan, you obviously know more than I do. Like, chill your shit because I'm stupid.
Yep.
He's literally already created a character for himself.
I'm not accepting more players.
Oh, no. I don't want him to play with us. He's just, in general, that's what he does. He likes to, like, plot things.
I mean, if he did join, I could butt fuck him with a dragon for the lols.
He'd probably just rage. He'd just rage quit. He'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, oh well. But yeah, nope, that's the first encounter. It was fun.
Well, I mean, we all survived it, so bad start.
I wouldn't say bad start.
Right now, I'm just trying to deal with this chick. This one chick is supposed to be bringing Zeus here tomorrow, and now she's not answering my messages. And it's like, stop your shit. Do you guys hear my like iPad going off every time it beeps?
To be honest, no.
No? Okay.
Notifications from in-device, it mutes for Discord.
Okay, I was gonna say, because like, it keeps going, because like my phone and my iPad are connected, so every time the phone is off, the iPad's going.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't hear shit, so you're...
Vakoza, did you have any questions about my character before we potentially move on to other character descriptions?
Well, no. I understand that you're half Dragonborn, half elf. You look very weird. Okay, so Alice.
Yes.
Would I be opposed to his character because he's half elf? In this universe, would I be like, he looks like he's a disgrace to Dragonborn culture, or would I be like, you know, I don't know.
You would, honestly, with this kind of how the world runs and how half-breeds are kind of fairly common, actually. I mean, purebloods are everywhere, obviously, but half-breeds do happen. Like, they're not uncommon. You wouldn't think of anything really of it.
Okay, so it wouldn't be like, okay, so pure Dragonborn, he isn't.
Think about it as racism in America. It's not like necessarily a cultural everywhere. You know, all white people aren't KK. All black people aren't Black Panther. Some white people hate black people. Some black people hate Mexicans. It's more, how does Vakoza feel? How was Vakoza raised? What are Vakoza's ideas?
Well, I'm not sure if this is a new idea. That's the whole point. Because of the proud races and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, there definitely are those who are more proud people, but you know, you're from what you would have seen in the Platinum Cadre, like, Yeah, like you would see that it's just like, okay, he's a half breed. It's not.
I'm a mudblood.
usually-
Get over it.
Basically,
Okay, so my thing is that I seen a half elf, half dragonborn before? Is what I'm saying. I mean, do you want me to roll history or something upon that?
yeah. Roll me a quick history check. Actually, no. Do more of a.
Should everyone? Because when we were setting this up, we even said that half dragonborn, half elf specifically were on the rare end of this spectrum.
Yeah. I would say.
So nature or history?
I would say go history on that one. Do a history check for me.
Okay. 4.
You've never fucking seen me. Anything like me.
This is you've heard tales of this, but you only thought of it as like mere, joking humor rather than actual fact. So I would say it's more along the lines of, this is your first time encountering this kind of creature, not so much as like you haven't heard of it before.
Okay. The D20 was a personal like role-playing role. Ignore that.
Yeah, no worries.
Determine your reaction.
Yeah, for me. Higher would have been better on for you on your end.
I figured.
But yeah, that's basically what you would think.
And then obviously this is out of character here. My character, he's a warlock not by choice, or not by his choice. At some point in his family's past, one of his ancestors sought out the power, and the contract ended up being written in such a way that if that ancestor could not complete the goals and wants of entity or of the patron, it would go on to another family member down the line. As the years progressed, the Devourer, Nature's Wrath, who is my patron, has chosen many of my ancestors to fulfill this contract, and none of them have succeeded. They've all died, and it has come upon me finally. And my guy, he has a strange relation because he hates his patron for killing his family, but he on a fundamental level agrees with what he wants because he is the patron of Nature's Wrath, or he is the god of Nature's Wrath. He protects nature. On a fundamental level, I agree with that, but I'm angry that he's been basically killing off my family, or I perceive it that way. So my goal is to complete this contract, end what our family has called the curse, and free us from it. And I have adopted the idea that if I will do whatever it takes to do this, that way no more of my family must fall. If you stand in my way, your soul is now forfeit. Anyone who stands between me and finishing this contract will be squashed.
Yeah, it's definitely a certain interesting aspect.
And just to the people who are new to D&D, maybe tuning in, as characters, we don't know that. So we don't know his backstory at all. It's when he decides to share that with us. Nobody knows my backstory. Nobody knows anybody's backstory, really. It's when they decide to share that with us, when the characters themselves will act upon that. So as for me, because of my roles, I've never really seen a half elf, half dragonborn before. I maybe heard rumors, but it hasn't been necessarily common knowledge to me. And because of my D20 roll, personally, I don't necessarily trust the character initially. I don't trust the half dragonborn, half elf.
Well, finally asked him, he says no.
I don't necessarily trust the half Dragonborn, half elf, lightly originally, because I haven't heard of him really. I haven't really understood their race.
There's some trepidation because of the unknown.
Exactly, and
And the fact that I look weird as fuck.
and I won't ask how the elves react, but how do the Dragonborn necessarily react to a race of this kind?
Again,
On my side, I would think generally with Malfoy. That's how I always pictured it. Was like the Malfoy family and how they respond to like Hermione and whatnot.
Again, it would have to be dependent on the person per se. Now, if it was a chromatic dragonborn like black, red, white, so on, they would look down with disgust. But a chromatic might say, "Okay, well, you are still one of us by blood. We don't hold this against you." But there is going to be some hesitancy around it.
Okay, so because originally I was gold, I was only turned green through dark magic. I will have hesitance, in my actions. However, I won't treat him poorly. Even though I rolled low on history, I'm not going to treat him poorly. It's just in my it's in my nature to be kind to everybody. But I'm not going to necessarily trust him with anything at first. Because, who knows, he may... to my character, any information he knows may go to directly the elves, because I don't know who he favors more, if he favors anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand that.
But that's when we roleplay that. You don't know that yet, but like that's how my character, according to my D20 roll, to the DM perceives it.
Actually, based on what I know of you as a person, Vakosa, through our 2 or 3 years now that we've known each other.
I think we've known each other since 2016, so I'd say 2 years.
Yeah, well, I said 2 or 3. That's 2.
No, it's about 2 years for me because I joined soon after Ari.
Well, I've known Soul for like 4 or 5 years. I want to say, no, about 3.5. Me and Soul met about 3.5 years ago.
Okay.
And in everyone in our group, the chat that we met in, Soul was in there originally, and then me, and then I kind of added a lot of the other people.
Yeah, you added me.
I used to go through chat rooms a lot, and when people would hear about mine and Soul's chat, they would want in. So we added a lot of people that we found around. But anyways, like I was saying, based on what I know of you, your character on Vakosa, having played with him in a variation in another game or campaign,
yeah,
what you described, your reaction was more or less what I expected.
Yeah, I only want to play true to the character. This is very new to him. Originally, I did have him on the continent of Draconia, which is floating islands. However, the environment that I'm in doesn't have that. So I am, according to this campaign, I'm part of the Dragonborn continent, and Tharos is a city within that, and not the capital. So it's very it's different, and I'm gonna try to roleplay the character from having his experience in the second largest capital, or the second largest city instead of the capital.
Oh, come on. where, let me pull up my character sheet. So, Faerith actually grew up in a fairly large city. Not necessarily, once again, a capital, but a larger city, akin to like New York or LA, in my mind's eye. In my mind's eye. On the border of the Dragonborn elf lands. So it's like a city that borders the two countries.
And Alice, did you say that we're on that kind of border, or which one were we more on?
You're more on the you're more on the elven Dragonborn border.
Would this be any chance be the city that I grew up in? We determined that I was from Ene Alora, which I will post in group chat so people can read that.
You're further south than that.
Okay, so we're not in my home anymore. We're down south.
Yeah, you're down south more to where Soul's homeland is.
Biscuits and Gravy south, or a little more north than that.
Can I be the biscuits and gravy south, please?
Safety first. Do not fist android girls.
Dogs, you want some food?
Oh, have you figured out what was wrong with my token?
Yeah, try dragging it onto the field if you have Roll20 up. Just select your character sheet and drag it on from there.
Where are we going?
What do you mean drag it on from my character sheet?
Click and hold your character. Scroll over to where your character is. Click and hold on it, and then just pull it onto the screen.
From the newspaper.
Dogs, can we stop with the weird noises? Like, stop eating each other's faces.
Okay, there we go. You can delete the one that's there then.
That's me.
What? Why are you pointing at me?
Yeah, you should be able to move your characters like that.
She said stop weird noises.
Figure it out.
I know it's you going.
27,
All right,
so I don't know
it's
if
game
anybody's
time.
ready.
Would you guys like to continue?
Yes.
Ah! Wrong button.
Okay, if one of you
Alright.
bites my toes, you're going to fucking know it.
All right. So after this battle has ensued in the bar, you all look at each other, seeing that you all withstood and that you were all targets. What do you guys do from there?
I would like to move. Well, so wait, I don't have control of my character again.
Try
So
dragging on.
before-
Yeah, so I can't drag him anywhere.
Ari, where's my Florilla?
What?
Where's my Florilla?
'Cause
I can drag this. I'd like to go to this seat.
All right.
I'm gonna go up to the bartender and I'm gonna ask for an ale.
He pours you the ale pretty quickly and hands it to you with no issues, not even asking for payment.
And I'm going to apologize for what happened and say, the only information we have is the guards handing us some notes, and I'm gonna hand him the note, or I'm gonna set the note from the guards on the table and say this was not our doing.
He takes the note, he reads it over, and he's like, I've seen worse in this bar. I've owned it for 20 years. Fuck it. Yeah, it's on the drinks are on me. Fuck. I don't care.
I like how he's
Alright. Then I will take my ale and I will go sit right there.
I'm kind of beckoning everybody over who kind of participated in the fight.
Grab mead.
So my turn?
What?
Is it my turn?
There is no turns right now.
Oh, okay.
This is like our kids group, where it's kind of a free for all right now.
Okay, so I am going to. I still can't move my token. I've tried a couple of times. It's just not working. I am going to go sit over with Vakoza and Ari, also grabbing a drink from the bartender, and apologizing to the bartender for leaving my post.
He looks at you and is just like, "Hey, don't worry about it. You'll still get paid for tonight. Get some rest. You took some beatings."
If y'all can hear the really annoying squeaks, that's Tobias, and he's driving me insane.
Not
But
Tobias.
he's been locked in a kennel for 20 hours, and I can't stand to lock him back up in there, so he's in here playing with Sage.
It's alright.
But he literally can't stop making noises, ever. At least they're both kind of being quiet.
So, from what I gather with all the character tokens, we're kind of all sitting at the same table or standing at the table.
Well, you're echoing really bad.
From what I gather, we are all sitting at the same table or standing at the same table. Everybody who encountered the same things.
Yep, you're all sitting there.
I'll throw down my note and say, everybody here, did you all receive one of these? And I'll throw down my note on the table.
Since I will pull mine back out of my pocket after showing the bartender, and I will slowly slide it onto the table and take a sip of my ale.
I fling mine towards Vakoza, so she slide it across the table while also drinking it.
I would like to casually flick mine onto the table.
Tobias!
And I will place mine calmly on the table.
Sage, both of you stop chewing.
As you look over the notes, they all say the exact same thing, just different names for who's it addressed to.
And then I'll say to everybody, maybe we should go over the bodies. See any instructions from anybody who gave them, orders to take our lives. And I would like to roll an investigation on, the nearest cultist, seeing if they have any, notes on them.
Sure, roll me a investigation check.
11.
All right, and actually you can assist, giving him I forgot what assist does.
Advantage. I get to roll again,
Advantage.
essentially.
Yeah, she assists you to get advantage.
I don't have.
With an 11, you look them over. You find their weapons and armor. From what it seems like, there really isn't much on them. But you do find a silver amulet. It has a skull on top of it that has a knife blade going through it. You don't know what it's for. There isn't really much there to give you any real idea, but you can get a sense that this is who they were working for.
Okay, a silver amulet? With what going through it?
A knife blade going through it.
And is that on the amulet, or is it an actual blade?
Like an actual blade. Like this guy could have pulled that out as a weapon of last resort. And you find that on the guy with the crossbow.
I'll hold it up to everybody else and be like, does anybody know what this is?
What type of check would it be to figure it out?
That would be a religion check.
Good at, potentially.
I don't know shit. I've never seen it before in my life.
I guess I'll also do a religion, if that's the
Ari,
case.
you don't know jack shit. Gills. Oh, okay, actually, that's really good. Okay. Anyone else, or is just the four of you?
So I heard you click it?
Yeah, just click it.
Wait, why can't I do anything on this? Should I click it on my character sheet?
Yep.
Yeah, hold on. Scroll down. There it is. Did that work? Oh, apparently I don't know much either.
So you're only 18. Is that enough to do anything?
All right. So, Gills, Ari, and Soul, you don't know shit about. Naxi, you have heard of certain death cults that could be in the area. Those who praise, a certain dark deity, but and who are mainly there for secrets. It pops, it clicks in your mind, but you don't really have a coherent thought on it. Because as you see this, and it turns more to glint in the light with you, you realize that this is one of the death cults of Lulth. And as you look at it, you see the dagger going through there. You get nervous. Like an unparalleled fear just takes over you.
Xenophia's after me.
And
Do not anger the DM lightly.
Tobias? Tobias. Do not bark. No. Oh, barking is.
Anyway, it's a death cult of Lulth.
95 pounds of needs to be fired. Don't eat that.
I don't believe that I would know any reason why a death cult of Lulth would be after me or any stranger. Would I?
Yep. You would have no clue as to why.
Okay.
Good boy. Lay down.
I'll tell the group. It is a death cult of the goddess of the Drow, Lulth. The Spider Queen. Does anybody here have any reason for them to be after us?
I shake my head no.
A shrug.
I say no, and then I get up and walk over to where those cultists were from, and I take some of their food since there's still some left on the table.
Yep. You find there just a nice plate with a pizza on it. A slice or two missing, but not really much.
And I'm gonna bring it back, and I'm gonna set it right in front of me, and I'm gonna start eating and drinking ale. Sipping ale. I'm not trying to get drunk yet.
Ari also doesn't know anything and attempts to steal a piece of pizza.
Roll sleight of hand?
2 seconds.
Unless Ari allows it.
What?
Gills is trying to take a slice of your pizza. She rolled a sleight of hand. Please
Hey,
roll.
she rolled a fucking 20. I don't see anything.
Yeah, no, you just jack that slice of pizza like nothing.
Perception. I don't see it.
Maybe.
Yeah, you don't see shit.
Next thing I know, I look down and there's a slice of pizza missing. I look around and Gil's eating it. I just shrug and go back to eating.
Good girl. Okay,
Alright.
Up and lay down.
so nobody knows nothing.
Sage.
Anything else you guys would like to do?
Well, I asked the group a question if anybody knows why a death cult of Lulth would be after us at all.
Nobody knows nothing.
And everyone said no.
Yeah.
Tobias.
Shrugged. Thank you very much. There's a potential that a death cult could be after me, but I really don't remember.
I'll try to check the bodies again, checking for if there is you know, a note, you know, basically like
Actually-
these people have wronged us or something.
Tobias, shut up!
DM.
Yes.
Given my background, is there anything I should roll or anything to see if I have potentially wronged them?
Roll an insight check.
I rolled
What's your-
13.
I'm going to PM this to you actually.
20 on investigation to check their bodies for any notes or any, you know, I mean, you know, gold, whatever, but like just checking their pockets, focusing on, you know, any notes of like kill this person, you know, bounty notes essentially. But also checking for gold in between.
And then while she's typing, just for the off-the-record part for the players themselves, the reason I ask is my background is criminal, spy variant, and the concept behind this wasn't like, you know, I'm James Bond or anything like that, but more I go collect information for different groups. I kind of like a private investigator. I follow marks around, you know, I got information, I'll take things, that kind of stuff.
It's pretty good.
All right, Ari, I PM'd it to you, and Vec, as you go over the bodies once more, you really don't find much else, but on each of the members, they have that same symbol on them, just in different forms. One had an amulet, one a little pin, and so on.
Do I find any gold with that roll?
You do find 50 pieces of gold.
50 pieces of gold. How many people do we have in the group? 5?
Yes.
Correct.
I'll slide 10 gold pieces to each person.
I don't even question it, I just slid it in my pocket.
I believe you all helped me. You all get an equal share.
I take the gold that the Dragonborn just gave me and I take it to the bartenders.
Booze.
Say, what was that? Sorry, I was typing out something to Ari.
She gave it to the she went to the bartenders. After she took the gold.
Pieces that Bakola just gave me, I am giving to the bartenders and asking them if they've seen another tabaxi here.
I would have recognized if it was one of you, but no, sadly not. You're the first one in here in quite a long time. And he takes the gold graciously and kind of just pockets it for later.
No, thank you anyway. And I'll go back to the table.
He nods and you go on your way.
Okay. I finish my drink after pondering all the information because I don't know a whole lot because I kind of lived a secluded lifestyle. So I go back up and get another drink for my coworker and then return to the table to continue learning.
All right, and you do so.
Sage, yeah, my dog tonight is driving me up the wall. Like, does anybody want her? You can take her.
I want the doggo.
She's for free right now. I will trade you a bottle of booze for her.
Right.
Goose.
In the meantime, I'd like to go around and collect all the arrows that I lost during the battle.
You do so. Two that had impacted the stone wall behind the ranger are kind of just shattered and no longer useful.
Okay.
With my bolts.
So I'm
Also, you have to
Only shot
remember the
twice.
weapons and armor are all still there. So if you want to take 4 pieces of leather armor, 1 piece of studded leather armor, and 3 short swords, and 2 daggers and the crossbow, you can.
I'll write that down for her if she wants.
All up to you guys.
Do you want for me to write that down?
And yeah, and actually you can pick up your bolts.
Well, what's
And if you want them, the
studded armor?
the guy shooting a crossbow also has extra bolts still sitting there.
I mean, I'll let anybody taking crossbolts take them, but as long as Gills is taking them, I'll add them to my inventory to sell later.
All right, no worries.
So what is sold or what is gathered rather?
4 pieces or four full sets of leather armor, 1 full set of studded leather armor, 3
Which I
short
would like to lay
swords,
claim to.
4 sets of what?
Leather armor.
Leather armor.
leather armor.
3 sets of what? Studded armor.
One set of studded armor.
Okay, so so Ari can take
Studded
that.
leather.
Ari can take that.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna
3
add that
short
to my-
swords. 3 short swords, 2 daggers, and a light crossbow.
So can we loot all we want right now?
From the corpses, yeah, sure.
Am I allowed to have a crossbow? Because I totally want it.
Well, hang on.
Also,
Let me.
there are 15 crossbow bolts that were on the guy with the crossbow.
So I took the crossbow, but I'll give it to her so that it's out of my inventory if she wants it.
All right.
Okay.
Do you want it?
Yeah, I want it.
Okay, so I'll take the crossbow out of my inventory.
Yeah. Put the crossbow in your inventory. I'll fill that out for you in a moment.
Okay, so I just go here and down. Item. You said small crossbow.
Light
Light.
crossbow.
Light crossbow. And what's the weight on one of those?
A light crossbow weighs 5 pounds.
5 pounds?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I was rearranging my pockets because something was stabbing me.
Okay, then.
Okay, so I have 4 leather armor, 3 short swords, 2 daggers.
Yep.
So I do know that it's a a cult of Lolth, which is kind of it's a bold move from any drow at least. And do any of these people look like drow?
One of them does. As you pull back the cowl and mask that the crossbow user was wearing, she is clearly drow.
Okay, so it's a her. Oof. This is important.
GM.
Answer.
My first level warlock ability, the Awakened Mind, is that a single target, or since it says any, can I do the group?
I'd allow you to do the group as if you were like casting it multiple times. I'm not worrying about
Well,
like.
it's not a spell; it's just an innate ability.
It would affect one target, so you can do it onto yourself or one
Well,
other.
so I'm gonna read it just so we're clear. Starting at first level, your alien knowledge gives you the ability to touch the minds of other creatures. You can telepathically speak to any creature you can see within 30 feet of you. You do not need to share a language with the creature for it to understand your telepathic utterance, but the creature must be able to understand at least one language.
Is that
Yeah,
message?
then it's basically you're just telepathying with someone right now.
Yeah. So, well, I was going to, because I am not sure of the bartender and whatnot, I was going to awaken minds to the group and say, I believe this to be the symbol of Zeton, the law who is a Loth death cult leader, or it belongs to the Loth death cult. And I was tasked with assassinating him after he assassinated a noblewoman.
You say that, but you realize that what you said about being you were just there to assassinate one of their members. You weren't there to, eradicate the cult. But yeah, you do get that point across.
No, I meant like attack Zeton, not necessarily everyone.
No. Then that's the name of the cult.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, but you say that across. Everyone can have their reactions as they so choose.
And remember, everyone, for the sake of this spell, or not spell, for the sake of this ability, no one can respond telepathically to me. I'm the only one able to speak to y'all.
Yeah.
So you just hear my voice in your head telling you this.
I'll say, now for this predicament, does anybody know about this? Aside from you.
I am startled by the voice in my head, but I also still do not know anything.
Yeah, because, me and Axie got a case of the dump.
Question.
Answer.
With the fact that it was a noble person being killed, or a noble woman, and it being, a specific cult that now we have the name of, would there be a way to see who knows?
That would be up to you knowing people within the town, and if you can, figure out someone who might.
Well, I was more meaning like the other players, like insight check or something to see it, or history to see if, like, who knows if anything. Like, has anyone heard around town that, the noble woman died or something? That kind of shit.
Yeah,
Well,
everyone roll an insight check, because you might know more and gain more information onto that, or, if you want to, you can also do a history check.
Insight, you said?
Insight or history.
So, I did insight into the talisman itself. Can I do history to see what I know of them?
Yes.
Okay, so I
know a little bit.
But I'm like the only person who's actually from the town.
Yeah, which explains why you have a high insight.
Yeah,
so the one that actually knows.
Well, no. So the idea with how I worded it, what I was asking was, had anyone heard any gossip or anything about the noble woman dying as they went through town? So yes, we're all new, but we still might have heard something in passing, or seen something posted about it or something.
Yeah. So Vakoza. Yeah. So, Vec, Gills, and Vec and Gills. You don't know anything. Ari, you just know what was given to you on the dossier that you would have gotten for your target, which is very, very little. All they know is that it is a death cult of Lolth. They are there to please their goddess and to do
forbidding,
unruly deeds. Naxi and Soul. Naxi, you would recognize that that back during the war, that this death cult was one of the during the Second War, mind you, but this was one of the biggest cults of Lulth at the time. They've since gone dark and really haven't really shown themselves, but you know that they were very much the more assassination, more fighters of for the goddess Lulth. And as for you, Soul, you would know actually quite a bit. You know that this death cult is roaming around the area. The reports have from the town guard that you've overheard, and general gossip would say that they are quite close to the village, but they aren't attacking the village itself. They seem to be looking for something.
Okay. So then I guess at this point I would be telling Vakoza what I know.
That's up to you.
Okay, so in that case, I sit drinking my drink and kind of holding onto it really tightly, looking kind of anxiously, because I don't like to trust people, so I'm not sure if I should tell them what I know about the situation.
After telepathically telling everyone, can I insight check everyone to gauge reactions to see who might potentially have more knowledge?
Sure, what I know. I have no problem being like, oh yeah, during the war, back in the good old days, this happened. No PTSD flashback here.
Yep. So do you guys relay all the information and so on?
I'll say I don't know anything.
All right, so Naxi, you explain everything, and you get your point across of what's ever said. Soul, is just sitting there drinking, not really saying much. But you all know that you are all somehow connected in this. You aren't sure as to how and to what greater power it may be, but you know you guys are.
Okay.
I want to find a place to rest for a while because I am very weak from the fight that we just had.
As you guys say that, 3 members of the city guard and the captain of the guard walk into the bar. Seeing you all sitting at a table, the bartender kind of nods his head over to you guys, and he casually walks up and stands at your table.
The bartender or the guards?
The guards, and more specifically, the captain of the guard is there. His guards are kind of off to the side. They aren't really, trying to get in his way. They're just more of just standing there being like...
Okay, so it was the captain that approached us.
The captain of the guard approaches you guys.
I would like to casually wave.
I would like to slowly stand and turn, note in hand. I would like to extend my hand to the captain, handing it to him. And perhaps you could enlighten us as to why we were handed these. And I just hand him the note, or I hold it out to him.
He takes it. He looks at it for a moment and says, "We had no role into this. This is not any of our men's handwriting. Not that a lot of them can, but yes, this is troubling. I was here to come fight a battle with my men, hearing that there was some ruckus here at the spa. Care to enlighten me as to what happened?"
Your guess is as good as ours.
I'll actually...
We're sitting here, and people handed us these notes, and the next thing we know, we are being attacked.
I'll go in detail of the battle that happened, including the passed out notes that only us were only we were past those notes, point to that it was a cult of Lolth, and just like that's all I do. I just point out what happened.
He nods and stands there for a moment thinking. Ari, I'll text you that in just a moment. He looks at there and says, "Well, the gods favor you, to say the least. But I do not know of such a cult. Know of such a cult. I've heard rumors that they might be in the area, but we all know that they have a bounty on their heads. See, they have gone rogue since the war, and since the era of peace was brought back. We don't know where their movements are. We don't know much about them. We have heard rumors, obviously, but there is a bounty for these men. Do you have their, symbols as to part of who they are?
I'll pass the let me pull up my notepad. I'll pass the silver amulet with the knife blade going through it, the actual blade.
He takes it, reaching for the handle more of. He looks it over and then nods to his men to go search the rest of the bodies where they find the rest of them. He looks at you and says, "These are quite worrying to see. Well, I think for now, the best we can do is pay you guys for the bounty. These seem like, some lower ranking members and one actually quite strong member. But as for that, there isn't much we can give you. I apologize, but would you all be willing to do something for me?"
I'll say, anything that you can give is appreciated. Ammunition, potions, anything. But what is it that you desire?
He nods and says, "That can be quite easily arranged. As you know, as you might have heard, they are in the area. They are looking for something possibly lost to time. We don't know. We just want them gone more than anything else. And that's because we hold a grudge, albeit that we do. It's more along the lines of they are causing much chaos and terror upon our citizens."
I want to ask the captain of the guard if they happen to know if one of them is a tabaxi.
Again, I don't know such. I wouldn't know as to such, but there's a definite possibility that can happen. Again, these death cultists don't take lightly to outsiders, but they do use them whenever needed.
No, I think... Oh, wait. Gills, are you asking if one of the captain of the guard is its tabaxi?
No.
Okay. Never mind. Go ahead.
I am going to reach in my pouch and bring out the sealed scroll I have, and I am going to point or angle it so the seal is visible to the captain of the guard, and I am going to tell him that I am on a mission from the Council of Six, and that any information he can give me on potential locations of where the cult members are, or any information on how to go about finding said information.
He steps.
So I can complete my mission and help rid the town of this scourge.
He seeing the seal, he immediately looks back. Oh, of course, sir. Like you can clearly tell that, even though he is the captain of the guard, that you do outrank him to a degree. He visibly he's shaken. He looks and says, "Yes, quite. From what we've heard, they're off to the west of the town, maybe 2 or 3 days travel. They seem to be searching. We don't know much. There isn't much that we can say, nor that because we really just don't know. But that's as far as our scouts have gotten. Most haven't returned, unfortunately." And he nods to one of his men, and they withdraw a small sack of gold. Putting it onto the table, it slams down. It sounds pretty hefty. Please split this among your group. And as for what we need you to do, if you can be rid of them soon or quickly, please do so. If you need anything.
Question: at a quick glance, how much gold does it appear to be in the pouch? Would I say like more than 500, less than 100?
I would say that if you look into it, there's about 250-ish gold in there.
Okay. I'm going to reach in, grab a small handful, about 20 or so, and I'm going to walk up and give it to the bartender and once again apologize.
He nods and thanks you. He, says the same thing.
And I'm going to ask for a second ale.
He gives it to you graciously, not asking for any payment, just like, thank God you were here when you came.
Okay, I'm still sitting there, trying to kind of not draw attention to myself, because, obviously I know the guards, because work in the tavern.
Bowser.
Yeah.
So, I'm not really drawing, attention to myself. I'm just, sitting there observing what everybody else is doing.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm going to turn to the group, hold up the scroll, which has an official seal of the Council of Six, the ruling government of the lands. And I was tasked with eliminating this cult. They have killed one of the noble women of these lands.
Which woman?
So, upon seeing the magical seal that Ari shows of, the Council of Six or whatever. Is that right? Council of Six? I feel like, that's what he said. Okay, I'm not losing it that fast. So upon seeing that, I decide that I can probably trust him due to the fact that that's an official seal of the government type deal. And I decide to spill all that I know about everything that's been happening in the area that I've picked up from eavesdropping or listening to in the tavern.
Oh, damn.
Yep, and with that, all the information Soul does as to, possible locations, which seem to be out towards the west of town, or more to the east of town, really. That they're searching for something they quite don't know, but any scout sent out to the east was seen as slain.
And with that, with Soul telling everyone everything, I'm going to turn back to the group, re-get their attention, and I am going to request everyone's help.
Everyone?
I am going to ask everyone if they would be willing to assist us or assist me in this mission, which will hopefully give answers as to why the rest of you were attacked as well.
Okay, I nod and hesitantly agree.
I ask, what's in it for me?
To know why you were marked for death, to find those who wish you dead, and kill them instead, to save your own life. To put it bluntly, self-preservation.
I will think about it.
And with that, I am going to walk up to the table again. I'm gonna grab another slice of pizza, and I'm gonna walk my ass to the bar, and I'm gonna sit there next to the bartender drinking and eating. Well, everyone thinks.
You do so. The captain of the guard, before you leave, turns to you and says, "If you or your allies need anything, come by the armory. Say that I gave you permission, and I will have a scroll sent here in the morning that will give you access to whatever you need. Weapons, armor, whatever we can spare." And he salutes you, turns off, and walks away.
I just nod and go back to what I was doing.
Yep. So for right now, you are all sitting on a table. We're standing. Ari's off at the bar. The sack of gold is there. There's about 200. There's 220 pieces sitting there.
I'll take
You
my
just
share.
divide them as you will, and
I'll take
you
my
can spend the night. The bartender graciously gives you the rooms upstairs so you can rest your weary heads, take time to heal, and so on.
I'll take my share,
Oh,
but
yeah,
I'll
I still
follow
got
the captain
stabbed.
of the
I can
guard.
dealt with that.
Yep. So you just return to. You go to where your room is at the bar, considering that you live there, and you head more towards the small little shack out into the back, where your horse is at.
Yeah.
How
Alright, anything else?
I do
I'm
take
going
my,
for a nap.
What time of day is it roughly?
Right now, it'd be close to before taking any rest or anything like that. It'd be close to about 10, 11 p.m.
Oh, I did not know that I was muted. I do take my share of the gold, but I follow the captain of the guard.
Oh, I took my share of the gold too. So how much gold would that be?
Be 220 divided by you 4 because I took my gold. I took the 20 gold whatever given to the bartender and walked away.
Yeah, so you would each have. You'd have 55 gold each.
How long would you say I've been in town at this point, Alice?
You would have been in town for possibly 2 to 3 days.
Based on my experience in this limited time, can I expect everything to be closed up? Besides like inns and bars.
No, because you were attacked during a weekday. Everything would be open in the morning. At this point at night, everything should be closed except for taverns and inns.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, at this point, yeah, everything's closed up besides taverns and inns.
Okay. So yeah, I will. I assume since I've been here for 3 days, and this is where I was, that I already have a room here that I've been staying in.
Yes, you would just go back to your room.
Then we all know what I'm doing.
Yep.
I'm going to sleep.
And Vec, you walk out with the captain of the guard. What would you like to do?
I like to follow him to the armory.
Oh. Can I add one last thing?
Let me resolve Vec's things first. Just give me a minute.
All right.
You walk about a block, and he turns around to look at you and says, "Yes, is there anything I can help you with?"
I'd like to reply. Yes, I was just going to the armory. Anything that would help us in our investigation, anything that would help us defend ourselves in the city in tow. I would just like to look at what you are offering us.
He nods. That is quite fair. But unfortunately, our armory is closed for the night. I would recommend, seeing your condition, that you get some rest. You fought a tough battle. A letter will be left for you here in the morning. You may come then. He points over to a large building that looks clearly like a guard's barracks. and says, in that building, if you head to the front door, someone should show you to the armory.
Indeed. Okay. Thank you. And I'll
He
go
nods
back.
and he nods and continues on his way. So you guys would like to take a long rest?
Yeah.
Yes. The one thing I wanted to add was just before I left, or like at the end of my speech, basically, I was gonna tell everyone that if they do wish to accompany me, meet back here in the bar in the morning around
All right.
10 a.m.
All right.
and then I leave.
Yep. And everyone disperses for the night. Just people kind of just doing their own things, healing up from their wounds and so on. So everyone's back to full health. All your spells are regained if you have expended them. And you wake
My
up in
one
the morning.
spell slot.
Yeah. So you wake up in the morning and go from there.
I'm gonna get up. You said it was about 10 or 11 when we went to bed.
Yeah.
So long rest, that would put us about 6, 7, 8 in the morning.
Yeah, around 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. I'll let you guys know.
I'm gonna get up roughly around 7. And would any shops be open yet?
No, you still have about an hour or two for that.
Oh, and upon waking up, I change into my studded leather armor and get rid of my leather armor.
All right, you just stuff it in your bag for later.
Yeah. My AC goes up by 1. Okay.
Yep. So are you all meeting downstairs?
Yes.
See here, 7 a.m. You said nothing's open.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. I will just go to the bartender and ask for bread and cheese.
As you get downstairs.
Cider.
Yeah, as you get downstairs, you realize that there is actually a quite nice spread laid out for you all. It has each of your names on there having to have been given them. Cider galore, eggs, whatever you really desire is on the table for you.
Okay, bed and breakfast buffet.
Basically.
I'm gonna get up, grab a nice plate of food, go back up to the bar itself, and start eating.
I am also awake and.
And Gills, you might want to mute yourself because there is some really weird noises coming.
It's sorry. It's the AC plus we're in the same room.
Right, yeah, just do the best you can.
Soul, you said you were getting up?
Soul is just walking into the bar after feeding her horse, and I go behind the bar and make myself something to eat before starting general tidying and refilling duties before we get busy. Since I work every day, currently.
Alright, what's everyone else doing? Nasi, Bakoza,
The first thing I do is I go over to the guard barracks that they allow us to go get items from, or their armory.
Yeah, and the note is there for you. You completely grab it from the bartender. He actually offers it to you. You walk to the building, and you walk inside. You are greeted by a guard asking why you are here. You show him the scroll, like And he's like, "Oh, all right. I'll show you to the armory." So he walks you down to the armory. It's kind of like a level below of where the standard guard barracks are. And once you get there, you see that it's a very meager guard barracks, but they do have, some armor, some weapons, crossbow bolts, arrows, and so on.
I
And
go ahead.
you talk to the armorer. Not the armorer, but the guy who runs it.
I say, good morrow. We are about to go on a quest. Kind of involving the dog god.
He stops you. He's just like, I know why you're here. Do you have the scroll or not?
Oh, I show
And you
him.
can tell this like little stubby. He's this. It's really a dwarf. He's just sitting there like, I don't want to be here right now. I would, and he's working on a sword, just wanting to get, it perfect.
Oh, I show him and I say, I appreciate the craftsmanship of a dwarf.
He nods and he says, "What do you need?"
Anything that would help us out, dear friend. We are about to fight a cult of Lolth, the Underdark.
So what do you need? Weapons, armor? He basically asks you like, what specifically do you need? Because again, it's a very meager armory. It's not like, there's not like a lot he can do. Actually, go ahead and go to bed once we finish this kind of stuff up, and I'll fill you in tomorrow about it. But yeah, he basically just shows you what his wares are. There are a couple long swords there, a couple short swords, a couple sets of scale leather and studded armor. Not a ton. There are potions of healing there. Lesser potions of healing. There's about 6, 7 of them there you can grab, and again, it's not a lot, but enough to just defend a small town for a little while. Nothing that would hold back a siege, but something that could hold back like a wandering band of bandits.
Okay. Anything that he has, like maybe any long sword of like +1, like it's sharpened enough or something.
There aren't really those kind of weapons there. Again, this is just a standard town guard. They wouldn't necessarily have access to that stuff. Only the captain of the guard would, and he wouldn't. And he would only get those specialty made.
Of course. So how much are they charging for the potions of healing?
Nothing. You have free reign on those.
How many does he have to offer?
He has 7 he's willing to part with.
I won't take all 7. I'll take 5.
All right. He hands you over 5. Are you gonna need weapon? Are you gonna need some armor or weapons? Again, we don't have much, but we'll give what we can.
Does he have any splint mail? I don't expect him to have plate mail, but any splint.
He has 1 set of splint mail.
I will trade him my chainmail for the splint.
He accepts the trade. He hands you the splint mail, and you give him your chainmail. He says, "Aye, good piece. This can definitely be used." And he takes it and puts it over to the side of it on one of the armor racks.
Awesome. I'll don the splint, and I'll walk back towards the tavern with the 5. I believe I took 5 potions of healing.
Yeah, you took 5 lesser healing potions. He also gives you a quiver of arrows and a quiver of crossbow bolts, just in case you will need that sort of ammunition.
How many is in a quiver?
30 for arrows, 20 for bolts.
Awesome. So while I don the plate mail, or sorry, the splint mail, how does everybody else, like, let's say, who uses, so I'll probably give the quiver to Gills.
And
I just, does anybody use crossbow?
Soul. Noxie and Soul do. Noxie collected some last night.
Yeah,
Soul
so
just picked up a light crossbow but has no bolts, so she would be your best. She would need them the most. But at this point, you've only seen Noxie use a crossbow. However, you did give it to Soul, so it's up to you.
Yep, and Naxie got all of her bolts back, so she has she's full up on ammunition.
For now.
Well, if that's the case, then that's the case.
Yep. So you divvy out the gear you got back, and is there anything else you would like to do? At this point, once you return, shops would start opening and so on. So you have the ability to go spend some of your monies on various items. Notably, they do have a good blacksmith, and they do have an enchanter in town.
I'm good for what I got. How much gold did I get for selling the
The chainmail?
Yeah.
It was more of a trade, not really selling.
Okay, I just wanted to know in case I need to divvy it up amongst the party.
Yep, no, just more of a trade. He gave you the splint mail, and you just got the chainmail at that point.
Okay.
I am just chowing down and talking at Mouse about whether or not I should go on this quest. But in the meantime,
Yeah, I'm just finishing up eating and working, debating. What to do.
I am going to go to local just standard wares, you know.
Yeah, there's a general store. You find it fairly easily.
Well, general blacksmith. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Armor, weapons.
Yeah. You head over to the blacksmith. You know, he's a stout man. He stands pretty tall. He is an elf. He looks over at you and says, "Hi, welcome. How can I help you?"
I'm here just to more inquire, see what kind of armor and simple weapons he has, as far as your above basic, your +1s and whatnot, and then just sell the leather armor that I have. Oh no, I'll keep that for emergency.
Yep. You look through his wares. You do find a +1 short sword.
Simple weapons.
Oh no, sorry. You find a +1 dagger. You find there really isn't much there. He does have, however, have a flame tongue dagger, and you know, just like your standard clubs, and not really a ton more of that.
And then how much for the flame tongue dagger?
He looks at you. He says, yeah, I can sell it for 100 gold."
I would like to.
Could he do layaway?
I would like to pull out the seal and just say, is there a way we could work out half now, half later?
He nods and says, I've made weapons for the Council of 6. this isn't my first time coming across with you. We can do a giving. Yeah, he looks over. He
You're
says,
cutting out.
"Yeah, no, sorry, it's my computer being shit again." He says, "Yes, we can work something out if you are willing to pay half now, and half upon your return. I'm assuming you're going adventuring, but yes, I can definitely do that for you."
I assume you've heard of the tragic news of recent, implying the death of an old woman.
He nods and says, I do have. Don't think much of it. It happens."
I am out on sanctioned revenge. I will be returning.
He nods, says, "Well, you got the 50 gold then."
Any help would be greatly appreciated. 50 gold. I fight him 60 for being willing to work with me.
He takes it and nods, says, "Thank you. I would expect the rest of the payment done by the time you get back."
And then I'm gonna walk back to the bar, and then I'm at 11 gold, and I need the stats for that dagger. When you have a moment.
Yeah, I'll send you over. It's just a plain standard flame to dagger, so you get plus 1d6 fire damage or something like that.
Okay.
I'll look it up. Anyways, is that anything else?
I would like to go buy something out in the town.
Alright, where would you like to go? There is the blacksmith Ari just went to, there is an enchanter there, just a general ware store, you know, it's not much, it is a small town, but there are certain things there.
I'd like to also do the blacksmith, and I want to take the
I'd be there by that time.
Yep. You come across him in the streets as you walk there, and you say something to him, and you both walk inside. Blacksmith again looks over and says, "Welcome, how can I help you?"
What kind of wares do you have?
I got the best weapons and armor in this town. Better than what those goddamn gods get from that dwarf. You can tell in the tone of his voice that he has a little rivalry with that dwarf. But you look through it, and you know, same weapons and armor. Like I said earlier, there is the +1 dagger. They do have a couple more +1 items, but not a whole lot.
They have the +1 short sword.
There is a +1 short sword and a +1 long sword.
Ooh. How much is he willing to bargain with them? Like, what's the price tag on them?
If you're looking at the long sword would be probably around 75 gold. The short sword around 50. The dagger to him isn't really worth much, so he'd be willing to part with that for about 20 gold.
I'll offer to him. I'll give you my long sword, but the short sword and the long sword, 100 gold.
He nods and says, "That's a fair offer. Yes, we can definitely work that out." And he pulls the swords off the rack and lay them on the counter for you.
So I give him my short sword. I give him my long sword. Take the long sword and the short sword. I'll give the short sword to Gills. And I'll just kind of look at his other wares, by the way. Just see what he has.
He has armor and ammunition.
Sorry.
Not a whole lot of magical stuff, although there is a quiver of poisoned arrows.
I'll look to you to decide if you want to buy the poison arrows.
I asked him how much the arrows are.
He looks at them. Says they are poisoned. I could give you the quiver for, I don't know. Yeah, let's call it 25 gold, 30.
I'll offer 25 gold.
He takes the gold and hands you the quiver, not really caring much. All right. Anything else?
I will go back to the tavern after thanking the person for his generosity and agree to assist on the quest.
Ari?
I'm sorry, what?
Gills is taking on the quest. Beck, I'm assuming you're on your way back too.
Yeah. I traveled back with Gills, and I agreed to go on the quest.
Okay. So it seems like everyone is agreement that they're going to go on this quest. And with that, we'll end it for tonight. Hope you had fun. Let's see where the story goes next week.
Definitely. Very excited. Are we also doing it again on a Sunday?
I would have to. We'll see around my work schedule, but I would definitely do Monday or Tuesday, or Sunday or Monday.
I was gonna
Again,
say
it's
I
gonna be-
can't do it. So my shifts are going to be Wednesday through Sunday, 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. Pacific, every week. I do
All
not
right.
have another choice.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll talking offline and figure that out later.
All right.
Awesome. Seems very fun. I'm very interested in this campaign. Sounds like
Sorry, my character sheet started freaking out on me, trying to get shit to work.
Wait, what? Yep. And if anything else, because do you want to open this up to Q&A, because I got a little bit of time, so I can do that.
let me look at the.
There are 2 people watching, and I am one of them.
It looks like, yeah, one is watching. I believe that I may be
Oh,
the other.
Yantin. Okay. Yatin is one of the guys from my Kick D&D group.
All right, cool.
We can open it up to Q&A. Are you in the chat in YouTube, Alice?
Yeah, I just wrote sup.
Because they can hear you.
I know.
If anybody asks, because I'm gonna take like a 40-minute, or sorry, not 40-minute, 40-second bathroom break. Anybody can ask a question about the campaign, about the the history. Anybody that does that, you can answer. I'm going to go take a quick bathroom break. If there is anybody watching, I don't expect it to be anybody really like new to this. This will grow over time.
Yep. So I'm more just curious as to if anyone has anything to really say about it, but otherwise, feel free. And if not, we'll end it for the night, and some of us will go crash out.
I'll be right back.
And then DM, can you check to make sure I entered Flame Tongue Dagger correct?
Let me look at the stats for those real quick, because I know that Flame Tongue has a fire damage aspect to it. Okay, so once you activate the sword, or in this case a dagger, it does an extra 1d6 fire damage.
Alright. Yeah, I figured that's why I put that in already. No, I was just making sure that I had filled in all the fields correct.
Yeah. You got it good.
Alright.
Yep. Any questions from the chat or not?
So Yatsun is the only one watching, and I'm pretty sure he's just uber confused because he just got here.
Alright, fair enough. Anyway, I should probably go. Since Yatsun, you kind of missed everything, you can rewatch the campaign here once the VOD goes up. I'm going to pass out. Also, just to let you guys know, Tratoth is me.
Okay, Trata. Let me add you as a moderator real quick, okay? Before you log off. So let me go. Tratoth. That's you, right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so you're a moderator now. Do you mind commenting real quick? Just so I can see it. You have a blue wrench to your name.
Or you should.
Yeah, no, I got it.
And yeah, you, Ari, you also should have it. Yep,
Okay, now I got it.
you got it. And then just comment real quick so I can confirm.
Oh, it shut up for me.
Yeah, it showed up immediately for mine.
Just comment real quick. That way before I quit. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Awesome. So thank everybody very much for tuning in. This is for future reference in case anybody wants to start from the beginning of our adventure. It's going to take a while before we get cool, you know, moves and abilities, but again, this is the beginning of the campaign. At least you get to see it from the beginning. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. Please crit the subscribe button. That way you get all of my videos, and click the notification button. That way you know whenever I start live streaming a D&D campaign just like this one. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.